Hi, Mary Jo.
Hi, Yvette. Thank you so much for speaking to Family First today.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Our pleasure.
I understand that you have some interesting and exciting ways to sort of personalize ways to throw a party. I know I sort of have my standard, dip and crudité and chips and salsa. So tell me how I can make it more exciting than that.
Well, I personally like to keep things simple because there's a lot. It's very stressful this time of year between the shopping and throwing parties, and it's a lot. So I like to stick to holiday favorites. For instance, in my family, we always have the Hickory Farms Party Planner gift box out. It's great for guests to pick on. It's got all sorts of cheeses, their farmhouse cheddar, their award-winning summer sausages in there. And what's great is for every one box you buy, Hickory Farms donates $5 to the Share Our Strengths No Kid Hungry campaign, which is a great way to kind of give back over the holiday season. And to keep the kids occupied, because that's important to keep them busy while you're doing what you need to do to get the party underway, there are some great things from Nestle. This is called the Fantastical Fun Books. They come with all sorts of different candies inside. But what's cool is they've got activities for the kids to do, crossword puzzles and anagrams and things like that, so the kids can kind of play together. And then as a great little hostess gift, I love these heritage tins. It's under $5, but they're kind of cool and vintage looking, filled with candy. The tins are reusable, and they're just like kind of funky to have maybe in a guest's bedroom so that your guests can kind of snack on when they're there, by themselves in the middle of the night, like my husband likes to do. He's a late night snacker. But and then for stocking stuffers, these little Wonka candy canes are kind of a spin on a traditional candy cane. They change flavors, they change colors, so they're really fun. Kids love them. And for wine, because personally, it's very intimidating to pick the right wine for the right occasion. And Kendall-Jackson has a free app called KJ Recommends. You can download it on any mobile phone. It allows you to pick your wine by flavor, by occasion. So you can actually put in, like, let's say you're entertaining guests, maybe coworkers after work, and it's a casual shindig and you want to serve something red. It'll recommend the 91-point Grand Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon. And maybe you're making like peach cobbler for dessert. You can put in what flavor, let's say peach, you want to just kind of find something that'll pair well with your cobbler. It'll recommend the Vintner Reserve Chardonnay. So it takes the guesswork out of picking the perfect wine. And then for dessert, which is my favorite course in any holiday meal, there's some great holiday favorites. And this is not the time of year that you want to try some really wacky new recipe you found in a magazine. Just keep it simple. Go out and buy a frozen pie like Mrs. Smith's deep dish Dutch apple pie is delicious. You're not even going to know that it's not homemade. You can pass it off as your own, which I've done, and it's no big deal. Or you can try something a little bit different. There's a key lime pie from Edwards that's delicious if you want something a little spin on the tradition. And all of these ideas are going to save you money and stop you from pulling your hair out this holiday season.
That makes it much easier than having to think up new stuff and look at new recipes. And like you said, experimenting at this time of the year is probably pretty scary. And yeah, that's great. Do you have any other ideas for like small hostess gifts if you're going to parties?
Well, I personally think wine is a great gift. I try to always bring a red and a white so you can kind of make sure that there's something for everybody. And I've found these great folds. They're called furoshiki folds. They're Japanese. And you can take a square scarf, and you can wrap them in these really interesting ways. I've got the directions on how to do it on my website. But it's a great way to give like 2 bottles of wine and maybe a great kitchen towel or something to your host. And it's just, they look really great when they're wrapped up, and it's something you can do, in a couple minutes.
Wow, that's fantastic. So now where can people go to find out more information about you and about these food items?
Sure. You can go to my website, which is EvetteRios.com.
Thank you so much. These are wonderful tips.
Thank you,
really
Mary Jo. I appreciate it. Happy holidays.
You too. Thank you so much.